getting this show on the road. We're already on the road. Actually, somebody already got their music going too. Boom, baby, boom. Right. Where's the sun at? Somewhere in these clouds. Rise and shine. It's a beautiful day every day. You just got to look at it that way. It's one of those things where we're talking about today about make your life, the way you want it to be. And unfortunately, a lot of people have complained about their lives, but they didn't put any work in or effort or a system or strategy to get themselves to where they want to be. They'd rather say it's not this way, but it's not this way because I didn't do something. And that's something that we did yesterday. I did something yesterday. I did something I didn't want to do. First of all, my balls shriveled up, not gonna lie. When she took my ID at the DMV, she actually said I've been reinstated. There's a reinstatement fee. So before, when I had all my license blocked because of these tickets, traffic tickets, they actually went back and said, good morning. They actually said, you're free now. And you're finally 2 months ago, after not having my license since 2017, they finally unlocked my license and I was able to I will be able to get one. It made me have to take the test and the driving test all over again, but they only had standby and that's 2 months away. If you want to set an appointment in 2 months, I'll be in another country. Technically, I'll be in Finland. So I opted out not to do it and save my little $108 and another $25 for the fee. I end up just getting an identification card, so at least I have some legal schmeagle fucking paperwork and identification or whatever the fuck the system wants me to have. But yeah, if I had a chance to take the test yesterday and they had standby at the location, they didn't have standby at the location. If they had standby, I would have standby taken my quick driving test and got my driver's license back, which would be a huge whoop whoop making my life. And that's what I wanted people to do, is make their own lives. I didn't want to be up and at that line yesterday at 7 a.m., but I was there. And since I was there, I finally it feels out of body because it's been such a process, but finally got rid of the ex-best friend, ex-roommate bullshit that was going on when he forgot that I had given him the only title that we had, and he had given it to the DMV and had forgot completely about it. Meanwhile, I'm pulling my hair out, arguing with my mom. My mom's calling the cops on me. I'm like, haven't talked to her since, all because of this one fucking title, and it's such a pain in the ass. I had to find a workaround, and I did. I worked my way around it, and sure as shit, goddamn, I guess it's gonna rain again today. I don't know, whatever. It might be snow. Who knows? Getting all of it. Seeing Lily over here, and it's like, looks like a goddamn Hollywood movie set. But anyway, so, there's that shine. There you go, bud. Right through the glare clouds. We got to find our shine. And that's what I did. I worked my way through it. The lady said, I know I'm throwing this on you. I know you're not prepared today to take the test, but you can take the test and get your driver's license finally. And I'm like, what? Oh, word. So it's one of those things that I might even try Saturday. I just didn't want to get arrested at the fucking DMV. And that's what they do. Apparently, even if you show up early, the Henderson police who have a warrant out for my arrest will fuck with you just by waiting too long on that property. Can you believe that shit? They actually know people are going to be early at the DMV and they fuck with them early in the morning talking about get off the property. Fucking bullshit. So anyway, besides for the bullshit, it's that work shit that we got to do to make ourselves into what we want out of our lives. And I mean, everybody has a want. This morning I was horny, so I wanted somebody to make love to. And I was like, oh shit, I haven't had that feeling in a long time. Someone's warm thighs next to my thighs, and the touching, the intimacy, the into me I see. I haven't done that in a hot minute, and I was just like, God, I wish I could just get laid. If you could, you would order it like a coffee. There's certain things out there, like a driver's license, like a fucking passport, like a fucking title, that's going to require a little bit more work than a phone call. It's not as easy or convenient. And that's what ended up happening yesterday. My buddy said, oh man, look at this girl, she's so fucking hot. I said, you want to go talk to her? He said, you gonna do that? You got the balls, bro. I went straight up to her, bro, and I said, hey, we got a reliable mall. She said, I'm good on all that, da 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 da. That's fine. In case you change your mind, let me know. just that, just a quick, in case you change your mind, let me know, made all the difference, bro. It made all the difference that my chest came up, I could feel my testosterone rise, I felt alive. And even though I got rejected, I don't call it rejection, she just simply just said no. And in my head, I don't even feel either way. Usually I feel super embarrassed off to the side and can't make eye contact with her. I have nothing to be ashamed about. There's no shame in my game. I approached you, I let you walk away, I said no's a no, we go on to the next. I mean, it wasn't anything super like, oh man, I'm gutted. No, I was really proud of myself. And so was my friend. He's like, bro, I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you just went and fucking talked to that super hot chick. And I'm like, that's my thing, bro. I go do things that scare me. It scared me to go into that DMV. It scared me to get up at fucking 6, 7 a.m. to go get arrested or something. The worst fears in my head were unwarranted. Instead, I got a surprise, and the surprise was I can get my license back. How fucking amazing is that? If I had more time, see a penny, pick up a penny. Shout out to my great aunt Marlene. If I had more time, right? Time's the essential part. If I had more time here on this planet, right? But here in Las Vegas, I would have totally taken the test and made it set up and do the thing and switch up the thing and make it happen. But that's not what happened. I had another situation and I kind of ran out of time. But I did get an ID card and I did get my, what's it called? Title, and I did make my life. And when people go, oh, you're so blessed, you're so lucky. Blessed, lucky, interchangeable, but what's not interchangeable is my focus. I'm the one that decided to do something with my life when I was almost 30 years ago. I'm shouting at, I told that's not my girl, but this girl I'm seeing, or I'm interested in, or maybe not interested anymore, that when I was her age, that's what I did. I wasn't married. I didn't have any kids. And I said, I better go now or I'll never go. And I was scared. I was scared to leave everything that I knew. I'd worked so hard at developing my life. I worked so hard at making things a reality for me and like 4,000 customers in my database and constantly tagging people's photos and letting them know that I sell cars and come see me and I'm making $100,000 a year. Guess what ended up happening? The switch up ended up happening. I ended up switching to a whole nother platform in my head of traveling. And instead of the 4,000 people that were on that list, now I only need 4 people to be on my side. And that was something that I didn't see at the time. But now that I'm on this other side of it, I have the benefits. I get to reap the benefits of having friends around the world. If I never showed up, I would have never met them, and I wouldn't have the opportunity to crash on their couch now, period, point blank. But a lot of people do that talk. They talk like they're gonna do some work or go someplace and do anything. Just do it, Nike. They don't do shit, and then they wonder why they ain't got shit. And that's the big aha moment of anyone's life when you're like, fuck, I never went and talked to that hot chick. I was too scared. I never went to that other planet. I was too scared. I never went to that other country. I was too scared. And we don't make our lives, we fear our lives. And we keep ourselves in a fear situation. So that way we never grow. We never ask the girl out. We never come dance with me. It was the guy said earlier today. And I was like, that's what it is. Like, come over here. Come away from the wall. Get away from your wallflower self. Leave that shit behind and come do something fun. You know what I mean? And that's something that we all can do. We can all get into the mode and do something fun with our lives versus, I don't know, fighting the process or fighting against ourselves when we could be putting that energy towards fighting against fear. And that's the one thing that I have to do in my life is to fight against the depression, fight against the fear, fight against the lies, because it's all in my head. And I had to put it in there. If I wanted to leave it all behind, this is how you do it, bro. You go and fucking make a move. Here, I gotta get some business cards real quick. But that's all I've been doing, dude. I've been making money moves, and making myself do things that I wouldn't normally do. Okay, cool. There's the cards. Like faceless porn. That's right. Here are my cards right here. Boom, baby, boom. I got my cards ready to go. And I wish I had this card in my hand so I could have given it to the girl when she was asking for it. So, I had my other cards the other day when I bumped into Juicy J. She's a radio personality here in 97. She's like, who are you? You look familiar to me. And I was like, yeah, dude, come on, Jay. We've met so many times. She's like, damn it, I do that every time I see you. And I said, I know, dude. Like, every time I see you is like meeting something new. And then, like, I don't know what it takes to fucking get me to do something new or get you to feel it, whatever it takes. That's what we own about. Saints Addiction, baby. Saints Addiction. So I'm going to put these right on in here. Get them in on my phone. You know what? Let me get back because I'm trying to do two things at once. I need this stuff out of my... It won't fit in my wallet is basically what's happening. I was trying to do two things at once, and right now what I'm doing is talking and doing the morning motivation and trying to put cards into my wallet all at the same time. Cool. So to get where we want to get in our lives, we have to put some effort into it, particularly me putting my business card in my wallet ahead of time so I'm more aware of what I want to do. You know, so next time there's going to be a hot chick, I have myself prepared to do something. And my to do something is to go up and ask them, say, excuse me, I know you're really beautiful, and I'd be pissed at myself if I didn't approach you. Depends if I want to hit on them or date them or just photography. You know, if I just want to not date them, but use them as models. You know, if you're going to be a model, then shit, dude, let me talk to you a certain type of way. And that's all it was the other day was, yep, that's right. Holler at your boy Saint. Come on, get your like, follow, and shout, subscribe. Put some effort into it so that way I would have a sign when I was out there on the Las Vegas Strip trying to talk to people. This was a great icebreaker. It was also worked really well when I was at the AVN Awards and people knew that I was answering questions on my live versus I'm just some rando coming up to them and saying shit. Hold tight. Let me throw this back here. Throw it in here. Go back like that. This is chat. Hold tight. Oh shit. This thing just wanted to jump all the way around this morning motivation, but that's what it is. It's on us. You know, people say get used to saying it's on you. It is on you. It is on you to do something. You know, and odds are you probably do the comfortable thing. And it's so slight. It's like, oh, let me get back with my ex instead of working on myself, or let me go play on my phone instead of getting up and going for a walk, or let me eat some more fast food, fried food, instead of grabbing a piece of fruit when I know that's what I need. You know, we tell ourselves the right information. We tell ourselves, you know, hey, we need to belong in a relationship. Then we get opportunities to be in relationships, and what do? Act more stupidly. We do the opposite. We start showing our attitudes. One this morning, this girl I tagged Reliable Miles. I said, get him. She could have deleted the message. Instead, she's all in my DMs. I don't represent them. And I reached out and they never said anything, and just completely offended, complete headache. She turns herself into a headache. She becomes a problem. She's a problem in her own mind, and there's a lot of models that are like that. There's a lot of people that are like that. They have challenges. So when someone's trying to talk to them, what do? They start acting crazy. You know, and when I'm acting crazy is like maybe spitting, hitting, whatever, that kind of shit. But I meant responding in a way that's not productive. So, and like one of the ways it could have been was simple, just delete it and I would have never known. But then she starts drama because she's a drama queen and she just needs the attention. It's already fucking 12 o'clock in the afternoon, barely waking up. And this one's already in the DMs being crazy. And I said, look, man, it ain't worth all that. If you aren't a willing participant, pass. You know, if it's not a fuck yeah, then it's a hell no. And if you can't support me on just a tag, what makes you think I want to set up a whole photo shoot with you to hear you tell me about what you won't do, what you can't do? I told her I don't use the word can't. I don't use that word. I don't use limiting disbeliefs on shit to keep myself from getting more opportunities. And that's the thing I realized. I realized that I was doing real lies. I was responding people from a guttural instinct, or maybe because I was in a mood or whatever. My approach, I want you to try this next time. How many times have you tried sending a message to somebody and went, no, that sounds rude? Or, you know what, I can do better. Or, you know what, let me delete that and say something different. That's what I'm doing right now in the day. It's like, what am I saying to the person? And they're being snarky to me. I usually could say something that was offended just to set them straight. Now it's not my job to set anyone straight. It's my job to set myself straight. So what I do is kind of ignore the initial ignorance. I ignore the initial ignorance. I like that. I ignore the initial disrespect. I kind of make some sarcasm to it and make a joke out of it. I take the power out of it. I stop taking things personally and stop wearing them on my chest and on my heart. And then now I'm in a fight. I'm in this can't world. That's what I call it, where I can't do it. Well, that's an instant turn off for me. It's like when someone's like, you can't, they're already showing me and exhibiting to me the behaviors of a loser, right? Of somebody that's not willing. And if you really want something out of life, you're going to be willing and ready. And that's what I want from people, is to be willing and ready to make their lives. And it's all about what you answer, because you never know how you're going to answer. What's the girl say? She said, I always bring a spare bag and a passport, because you never know when I go to the executive terminals in Henderson. I'm a hottie. Who knows if these guys are like, hey, want to go to Costa Rica on the private jet? Ready and willing. Okay, she's ready. She has her bag. She has her passport. She has the right attitude. That's the willing. And when you're willing to get something, all of a sudden the whole world transpires in your favor. You're like, I'm willing to get up at 7 a.m., 6 a.m. to get to the DMV. So therefore I could get my right paperwork. I can get my my title. I can get the things that I need out of my life because I'm willing. And if you put your will into it, will it? And we got a willpower shirt, that's where you're going to be at, where you will yourself to be at. What position you put yourself on the chessboard, what pieces you move is up to you. And that's what up to you. Lao Tao Kun, as they say in Thailand, it's really up to you. But a lot of us, we shut ourselves down. We get on some stuff and we fake our life. Or we can't our life. And then all of a sudden you're wondering, I said, make your life. That's right. You got to make it. What are you making today? What are you creating? What are you manufacturing? What is your product? And then you can start seeing people develop themselves and their lives and see, oh shit, dude, thank you for putting in some effort. I'm watching my nephew wrestle, and I've seen him used to have trouble in that. Trouble in certain positions, and now he has instincts. Well, that's what's going to happen in your life when you start pushing in empty areas that you have. So this area has no trees, has no future. You can go into these areas and say, I'm going to start working them. Remember that positive mindset of, I'm going to like hard work. I'm going to stay creative instead of shutting myself out. I'm going to say open-minded things and listen to people and hear them out and watch them develop their own lives instead of me directing their lives and controlling the narrative or controlling the conversation. I don't have to do that. I can just be a observer, not a participant. But a observer of what they're saying. I don't have to be the catalyst to make the conversation go. I used to be somebody that would just always go, okay, well, now I want the conversation to go in this direction because I have a brain fart and I wild hair up my ass and I'm on a tangent. How many times have you taken yourself on a tangent and now you're down a road and like, how did we get here? What were we talking about in the first place? That's what I'm talking about. Getting to the point of what you were wanting to do with your life. There's got to be something underneath it all, underneath all the bullshit, underneath the overthinking, underneath the over-talking, underneath all the overspending. What are you going to do when it's time to actually enjoy your dog? Well, I'll buy them some snacks, or I'll buy online, or I'll get them all these collars and shit. But do you take them for walks? You know what I mean? Like, we end up overbuying for these dogs because they give us a feeling, right? But we could have been saving that money up and investing that money into pet stocks, or actually just taking the dog for a walk, or actually just loving the dog and loving yourself enough to invest the money instead of just spending it on shit that you're going to throw away that dog toy. You're going to, I'm just using that as an example, but you end up out buying yourself. You're bored at home, so you're like, let me go shopping at Shein, or for myself, or for my dog, or for my house, and I'm going to keep talking about savings. And I go, okay, let's go travel. Good morning, brother. You got your keys? He's looking at me.
Oh, no, I'm looking at the car.
No, you got your keys from the other day? Yeah. This guy.
Right here.
Yeah, got you, bro. He had his keys. I just randomly saw keys on the ground, and I walked past it. I'm like, hey, are these your keys by chance? Oh my God, they're mine. Boom, got you, bro. But that's my awareness. Sort of like whoever ran through this. Jesus. You know, life has no rhyme or reason. You just have to keep putting in effort and time. And if you were blessed with any kind of time, you're developing. And unfortunately, most people don't feel themselves developing because it's kind of like a slower process. It's a day, it's a month, it's a year, but it's also what you do with the time you got now. That's the power of now, is saying, I want to develop myself. I want to develop this thing that I'm not good at, right? In this other corner here, there's no trees, there's nothing. And people go, okay, well, there's nothing and there'll never be nothing. Well, that's your attitude. That's your mindset. Other people go like, you know what? I don't like my Photoshop. I wanted it just to happen. I wanted to hire people, point at the screen, and it would just happen. Do it the way that I can see it in my head. Hard to do. I'm the only one that can see in my head, so I'm going to have to be the one to teach myself how to Photoshop so I can design it myself. Design it myself. This is my most popular hoodie. Everybody always compliments it, the purple mushroom hoodie. But it wasn't there. It was an empty ass slate before I started doing it. Then I slid in a tree. Then I slid in a fire extinguisher. I slid in the things that I wanted to see. I wanted to see the stars on my hoodie. I wanted to feel the development of all over printing. I wanted to actually have some fast fashion that I could represent things that I made. It's enough to say, hey, that's a cool hoodie. Oh, thanks, Mark Echo made it. Well, go pat Mark Echo on the back. I've actually met him. Go give him a high five. But since I made this last night in the dispensary, you can give me the high five. That's right. And that's what all I wanted, bro. The high five, the recognition, the end of the hard work gets a spliff, gets a blunt, gets a high five. And you can reward yourself with good feelings. And that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants to feel happy, but they don't want to do any work to earn this happiness. They just want to do a snort, the littlest amount of a bump, the littlest amount of work, and ask for all the rewards. And it's like, no, the rewards are going through the struggle. The struggle is real, but so are the rewards. And if you can make it through 3 different times around the world, then guess what? Then you'll have friends that are waiting for you at the end of the rainbow, ready to be with you, help you with your journeys, let you stay with them for free, let you welcome you to their life and opportunities because I was willing to meet them. It's almost like meet me halfway, If your dreams were meet you halfway, would you get off your ass to go after them? Probably not, and that's what's happening. Getting off our ass is too much of a requirement, right? We want to talk a lot, but we don't want to work a lot. We want to stay lazy, but we also want to be developed. And I'm just sitting here, there's so much time, there's no time left. And I'm getting cotton mouth, but there's no time left. And that's what I feel like. I feel that sense of urgency, and that's why my homie wants me to speak at this mushroom convention. I'm like, you sure you want me to speak about mushrooms? The guy that just got arrested and has a felony charge on his record right now for a half ounce of mushrooms from 2 months ago. He's like, yes, you're perfect. Not only do you know how to talk, but you have experience and you have that energy that we're looking for. Inner me, energy. That's it, dude. I'm showing my energy so I can flex it, so I can make it into something. And it's like, I made this. I made it into something. I started to develop myself. I made this logo into something that people would tattoo on themselves. I made a hoodie that people can compliment. I made a brand that people can recognize. And first it was like uncomfortable, it's like, I don't want to talk about my addictions, I don't want to talk about my frailty, my shortcomings, the things that I do wrong. Let's just go Saints brand. I'm awesome. I'm perfect. I only have fucking sunshine coming out of my ass. Perfect. Not so perfect. No one is perfect. And that's all I was saying with Saints addiction. I'm not perfect. I'm just chipping away at it. Is it perfect? No, it'll never be. But I also put energy into it being more free. I'll take more free, more happy. For sure taking more happy. Less depressed? Aye, Captain. Less anxious? Sign me up. Like people for those things. I don't want stress in my life. Well, then you woke up and started saying no to an opportunity of a friend tagging. I went out of my way to tag your post. You would have had 0 responses. You're going to have 0 likes and 0 responses for a girl that's obsessed with her looks and who likes her and posting about other people's drama. She's the queen of screen capturing conversations. and posting it because she loves the drama. And then it's like, listen here, Miss Eyelash, Tarantula Eyelashes. Listen here, Miss Fake Tits. Listen here, Miss Low Self-Esteem. I don't really think you're that hot. I really don't. I think you're probably like a 5 out of 10. Being honest, you got the little pig nose, you're a little chubby, and let's just put it real. You can't only put so much lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. And this person, I reached out just to say, hey, you're a model. There should have been enough confidence in it to be like, yes, thank you for at least giving me the algorithm, giving me some kind of content. It's called engagement, right, on social media terms. Because otherwise, you got no likes, no comments, and no action. But I helped you get some action. I gave out my energy so you could have some action. And what'd you do? Naysayed. Nay. No. They didn't get back to me. And that's what you're going to do, is always take offense and always take it personally and always cut yourself off at the gate. Then you're never making it nowhere. But I started saying yes. I stopped denying people. I let them have their own opinion. It's not my job to control the narration or what other people say. Unless they're posting like they're trying to sell mushrooms through my site, right? Then no, this isn't a platform for selling. But apparently people think it's the plug, or you're representing some brand. And I'm like, that's me. I'm Reliable Models. I get girls jobs at the conventions, and you're not going to get a job if you have a bad attitude. If you're always telling me you can't, then guess who's not going to make it? Guess who I'm not going to call? Guess who's not going to get the offer next time something awesome happens? And we go, hey, yo, we're doing a weed car wash at the dispensary. I need all my girls together. That actually happened. And they all got paid. But who did I hire? People I knew, people that would show up, Reliable Models. And that's why I created Reliable Models, because I needed a reliable model. If you're going to be unreliable, if you're going to be combative, if you're going to be no fun, then nobody's going to call you. You're not going to get invited to parties. People are going to want to keep spending their good energy on bad energy. It's like spending good money over bad. You're not going to keep spending money on a losing stock. You're going to be like, well, this chick doesn't support me. She's already a headache and she's combative. Who's going to fucking want to deal with you? Who's going to want to invite you anywhere? You're not going to get a go on the plane. And that's why I always say, right this way, day one, because it's going to be the day ones that are at the seat, that are on the private jet, that are at the steak dinners. I'd rather eat, what is it? I'd rather eat, what is it? I don't want to eat with steaks with snakes. I'd rather eat, food with friends. I don't know. I just made that up, but there's a term there where it's just like, yeah, if you're in a friendly, open-sided mindset, then people are going to participate in your dream. They're going to start seeing Saints Addiction, and they're okay with the word addiction. And then they're going to want shirts, and then they're going to want to model too. And that's what they start doing. They're like, yeah, I'll model for you. And all of a sudden I got people like, I've been dying to have you model for me. I've been dying to have you get one of your shirts. I can't wait. I'll make it look good. Just send it to me. I'll make it work. Even if it's small, I'll stretch it on my titties. I'll make it look sexy. I got you, and I don't take dumb photos. Perfect. That's the attitude I wanted. Somebody that's willing. And that's how you work it. You work your life so it can develop the way that you have in mind. And if you don't put your mind or your work into it, then never mind. Because no one's going to mind you. They're not going to invite you. And then you're going to kill yourself with your own perspective and your own personality and your own problems. And that's what most people do out there. So this morning, I wanted you to work it. Work your mental. Do these mental push-ups, because that's where it's going to be at. That's where you're going to be able to work it and say, you know what? I'm going to start saying yes to everything. I'm going to start just going instead of waiting. I'm going to just do the thing that I said I would do. I'm going to grab this sign, stand in the middle of, and I did it without the sign, just stand on the strip and face people, be on live, and it was uncomfortable, and I pushed myself into those uncomfortable areas, but now I'm better at it. So now I got a sign, makes it a little bit better. Go again, as soon as the weather. And then I'm up there and I'm getting up to my 10,000 subscribers. I earned it because I just sat there and I risked it for the biscuit, ate the biscuit, was grateful that I had a biscuit, and went back into the kitchen and started cooking some more. And that's what I wanted you to do. On my heart from the stars, your boy Marky saying, Saints Addiction. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And as soon as you like, share, and subscribe, you'll be getting to see me from Finland and my friends and get to hear them speak Chigathon and Finnish to you directly. So that's how we're going to do it, man. We're going to make our lives work for us instead of against us. And that's all about our perspective. and our energy. So that's when I put it out there. I'm gonna go smoke, blaze one for the nation. I'll see you on the other side. Ciao. Bella, beijos. Go kiss your life. Go kiss your wife. Go kiss the thing and be thankful that it's even there to kiss. You already know. Peace.